the Beautification Committee meeting to order. Number one on the agenda is petitions by citizens on non-agenda items. Anything? No. Number two, grant application. The Coffee Girl application is in the 5/1925 City Council meeting packet. Okay. Everybody should have the Coffee Girl and the pictures attached, and the estimate from Middendorf.
Steve.
Okay, Nate, what's the?
Okay. Alexander's father, Steve, he's right next to Shelby there.
Hello? Hello?
So he's our main man for the project, right, Steve?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it looks like Middendorf and Royce is going to be doing the work. And if you look at the last page, it kind of gives you a little bit of a breakdown. It looks like, I didn't, for some reason, the printer didn't copy page 2, so you only got page 1 of the application. But the total project cost, we're looking at about $71,200, well above our $45,000 line. So, new storefront windows, exterior doors, painting, and then they're going to look at doing some ADA work. I have a few technicalities regarding the ADA, which we don't have to spend a whole lot of time on, but I want to work that with JR. And if you look at the picture of Nicholas's picture here.
The picture doesn't, yeah, it does. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that one does.
It provides that ADA access, but no steps off the south side. And I'm trying to work that out with Brian Nicholas, because I feel like it should go through. As a city sidewalk, it should go through and not stop at where you're corralling into a building. So I did some measurements last week, Steve, and I believe we can make that work.
Okay.
We're kind of limited with that door.
Right.
But,
we'll do whatever needs to be done.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys recommend. I was talking to Josh Cruzy today, who's a project manager, and we did speak of that. So we're trying to figure it out as well. So between the 4 of us, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. There's also a light pole on the right side, and we get kind of tight with that 4-foot PAR, public access route. So we'll get it to work out. We just have to finesse it a little bit.
Okay.
So,
this is a concrete pole, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
That sidewalk's about 10 foot wide.
Just one quick question. The lights in the alley, those won't get bumped by trucks or anything, so there's plenty of clearance with HTC around the alley.
I think we have a gas meter and some bollards.
Okay. Yes, there
Steve, are we keeping that gas service where it's at?
For now, yes.
And then
we are looking at maybe a phase 2 of renovation, but for right now, the gas meter, nothing's moving.
so there's some bollards in the alley.
Cool. So you got clearance here.
Yeah.
And what did you say the medicine for? 9 minutes?
The full 15,000.
50?
Yeah. So, even if something would, there's plenty here to work with. That's kind of what if anything would get cut, there's probably nothing over.
Is there a timeline in place?
5 weeks. So we're looking at we're looking to do a ribbon cutting June 19th. So
Looks nice.
Thank you. Yeah, we put a lot of time and effort into it. Yes, sir?
Do you have someone plan to do the mural?
Yes, we do.
Cool.
We have a process for approving murals.
Yeah,
Sarah?
there's some guidelines. I don't know that we have,
So triple R, I don't think we have an issue.
no.
That's kind of what we look at.
Yeah.
We'll touch base with the mural. I think
All right.
it'll be fine, but
All right, we have them scheduled for the first week of June, so we have time in case we need to make any changes at all on that. Okay.
In my opinion, that's what this program is for.
Yeah.
Everything fits what we're trying to do, right? There's nothing really question what you're making.
not really, no. I was nitpicking with the ADA part, so everything else is fine with me.
So you're looking for a motion of approval, second, a motion to,
I will make that.
Joel makes a motion, a second,
I'll second.
Jim Hopkins makes the second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Very
Well,
good,
there's
thank
no
you.
question, that pictures we had.
Very nice, sir.
Very question.
Can I say also that thank you to the city because we had a preliminary meeting with Nathan and his crew, and you guys have been amazing, and that's what it's all about. Because my daughter really, really wants to give back to the city that she was born and raised in, and it's been pretty easy. But you know, we're trying to make sure that we cross all our T's and dot all our I's as well. So
Thank you for that compliment.
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you, buddy.
And Jim, we have this on the hospital management.
The number 3, nonprofit grant application, Monterey County History Museum. That application has been passed out.
It's all standards for building materials, for et cetera.
For what?
Shed or,
I didn't.
okay.
I mean, it matches the actual building itself.
Right.
And that's the intent, right? So,
Shelby worked with Roberta,
Okay.
and we have verified that everything is meeting
I do-
our code.
I do know this, commercial buildings, accessories, they're supposed to match the same building material, per zoning code.
and that's what we are. So that's what you're attempting to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Just going out back, I guess.
Yeah, on the backside by the creek. You won't even really see it.
You're getting all
Anticipated timeline on this one, Sheldon?
Hopefully in a couple months, because it's all volunteers and some old guys who would be assembling the building, so hopefully it'll go quick.
No, there's not a line item actually on the agenda tonight. I plan to get it checked tonight rather than having to come back for it. A later date.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have a building permit yet, but we turn that today.
This is on the agenda tonight for approval, the nonprofit grant.
Right, it's
Yeah.
it's on the agenda for approval, but.
Right.
Check.
Yeah,
And these are quite different that you go through for approval for the beautification, but on nonprofit, we give them their money up front, not on the backside, so. Kind of also put it first and then that come out again, so.
Okay. Any other questions? Comments?
So the shed itself, volunteer labor, essentially.
And actually the foundation and stuff is volunteer from Blue Shields.
Right, that's okay. So that's really just.
I make the motion that we
I got a question. Is that is it 75 or did we up that already?
It's 75.
Is the increase?
Yes.
I forgot if we.
It was 5 and we increased it this year to
And
75.
according to the rules, it's 75, so.
That happened in March.
So you don't make a motion, Jim, to accept?
Yeah, I recommend that we grant the application to the museum society as presented.
Okay, and have a second to that?
Second.
Hearing most? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Okay. Item number 4, the fall hanging baskets.
You want me to go over that, Jim?
Would you please?
Sure. So the fall hanging baskets that we have on our downtown utility poles, we started that program in 2013. Every so often we've been adding new baskets, and we decided that every 2 to 3 years we would kind of spruce them up, because it is all artificial fall flowers that are in them. Sometimes they blow away, they certainly fade in color. So Bountiful Blossoms has been the one to do that because they are actually stored in the basement of Bountiful Blossoms. She had contacted me to see what we wanted to do. Last time we had them refreshed was in 2022. So it was getting to the point of the 2 to 3 year mark to redo that. But she said they are all looking very tattered and torn, and is recommending that we just start from scratch, including replacing the original liners that came in the basket that we purchased in 2013 have never been replaced. It's that like cocoa mesh like liner. So she said including replacing those. This is always something that she works on through the summer, so that way they're ready for fall, because we are now up to a total of 55 baskets. So that takes quite a while to get that job done. So, we did get a quote from her for the 55 large baskets, and then there are smaller baskets on the smaller posts that are on the courthouse side facing Market Street, because those poles are smaller, so they're smaller baskets. We have 5 of those as well. So for a cost of $9,400, she can completely replace all of the flowers in all 60 baskets. And then to replace these liners would be an additional about $600 for us to order those to get. She can't get those, she said, so we would have to order those separately. So that's what is on the agenda for you guys to discuss. Any questions I can certainly try to answer, but that's what it's all about.
The baskets themselves are okay?
The baskets
Just all
themselves, yeah, are fine. They're a metal, like a wrought iron metal, that are all doing fine. We've had a couple chains break, but I think our guys just fix those as that happens, because they actually are the ones that go out and hang them each fall, so, and take them down when it's time to come down.
They're stored. They sit there.
Yeah. It's easier for her when she needs to work on them. That way they're there and she can just do it little by little, and it helps us out since we are out of storage. So.
This is the first time I've come across this. Since 2022 is the last time I ever heard.
2022, we spent $3,400 to refresh them. That included adding 8 new baskets on the poles that we added strings of lights down Mill Street on. So it wasn't just the refresh, it was also adding 8 brand new baskets starting from scratch. And that was, like I said, 2022 was the last time we did it.
Do we take, the city crews take those down when they put up the Christmas lights, or
Yes,
that's when they take them down?
yes. I believe that's how
Or the
they,
Christmas decorations?
right. Yeah, because those go up like 2 weeks before, or the week before Thanksgiving, so they're up for the Globe Parade.
So it's $3,400 in 2022.
Yes, yeah.
So I guess the price of the materials have really gone up in the past 3 years.
Well, that was just a refresh. So that was just sticking a few flowers in here and there as needed, just to take out the ones that look really bad.
So
This is
when the
starting,
next 3 year cycle is up, it'll be another $3,400.
yeah, it won't be another full, this is the first time she has recommended doing the full refresh since 2013 is when they were originally made.
What do these typically go up?
It all just depends on the line department and what projects and how busy they are. We try to get them up in, I believe, late August. So that way they're up for the majority of the fall. September, October, yeah. September, October, November.
I don't know if anybody else has bought arrangements or anything else, but 160 per basket actually seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Kilometers and miles, super expensive.
You know, the labor's a problem.
Yeah.
Gotta be labor alone here.
Mhm.
Not metal.
Is this on council's night?
It is. Oh, no, it's not. It
It's
is
not.
not.
Yeah.
No.
Not that I don't.
It's not, because I didn't have a chance to talk about this at utility meeting
Right.
or anything, so.
Have you gone and looked at how poor shape
How
they
bad
are?
they look? They're pretty bad.
Okay. Because I just remember looking at them last year. I mean,
Last year, I just remember seeing pieces of them blowing it down the sidewalk.
Okay.
And like I said, this cocoa liner hasn't been touched since 2013.
Right.
So it looks pretty.
We ought to work on those.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions, comments? Do I have a motion to go ahead and let Bountiful Blossoms complete this?
Make that motion.
Gary Most makes a motion for the $9,400. Second,
600.
no,
And for includes 600. Thank you.
includes 600.
The 9,400 is separate. The 600 that you see there is for the 5 small baskets. So it would need 9,400 plus
Plus
the,
600.
yeah.
Oh, plus
So I would like to revise the motion for 900 plus the 600. It's the 600 liners. 10,000.
okay. So it'd be 10,000. Okay, have a second.
Do you,
Second,
and that will come out of the gambling proceeds.
that was no thing we can ask.
Yes.
So come on.
Yeah, and I will then put that on the first meeting in June for approval on the council.
Okay, we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Okay, thank you. Number 5, any comments?
Our holiday decorations, is that gonna be something we'll take a look at?
So with
The
the Christmas holiday decorations, we work with the chamber every year, and we look at what needs to be retired, and then we purchase 2 to 3 depending on what we order, because they vary very much in price. But we go in on about 3,000 total. So we pay 1,500, the chamber pays 1,500, and that pays for a couple of new Christmas decorations plus all the bulbs to replace for all of the decorations every year. So that's a good system that has worked well.
Actually, you retired too.
We retired 2 from last year, and I think we were able to purchase 3 new ones with the funds this year. So that will replace the poles that those went on.
Okay. Any other comments, questions? Motion to adjourn the beautification.
So they.
Motion made by Joel, vote, second. Gary Most, thank you, all in favor?
Aye.
Well, thank you.